facts all day. Anthony's like, nah, I got the better parlay. Argue about the spread, it's a fierce debate. But when it comes to Wildcats, they align their fate. Blitz the bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums.
All right, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Right Side of Kentucky Sports. Hopefully everybody listened to the first half of Blitz the Bookie. If you did not, when we're done here, just go on whatever streaming platform you're using and look for the first half of Blitz the Bookie. Another good episode, guys. So if you haven't listened to it, check it out. But we are here on the Right Side of Kentucky Sports, and we're all jacked up. I'm still pumped up from the ass whooping that we laid on the Florida Gators. It was about as easy of a win as Kentucky don't never do that, dude. I mean, that game was over a couple minutes into the second quarter. It was just an ass whooping. We are not used to that, especially not against Florida. I loved every bit of it. Guys, I know we've won about 4 or 5 games against Florida since Stoops has been here. We ain't never seen no ass whooping like that, have we?
No.
I mean,
Nope.
Have we even seen close? What's the scores that we beat Florida? I'd like to look this up.
We had one of it. We stopped them on the goal line down there on a pass. That's the one where we stormed the field. I think that might have been the last one at Kroger Field.
Yeah. Never have we laid an ass whooping on Florida like that. So it was awesome. And, of course, icing on the cake for Mark Stoops. Just in my mind, for Mark Stoops, I love it. For the players on this team, I love it because me and Anthony have talked, and I talked about it on some of the TikTok lives that I've done the last few days. But this team has not given up on Mark Stoops, and they haven't given up on me or you as Kentucky fans. Last year they did. So to me, great for the players, great for the coaches, and great for the fans like me and Anthony, not so much Josh, but that don't give up on the Kentucky football program. So I love it for everybody. Are y'all still jacked up about the win or what? I almost wish we didn't have the Kentucky game tomorrow because I want to celebrate for another 4 or 5 days.
It was a great win. I'll go first because Anthony's going to go on and on and on. Because I know his love and passion for Kentucky football, and I'm there too. I mean, I've always loved Kentucky football. Just to beat, I talked about this in the last part of the show, to beat Florida like that, a team that's made me sad so many times in my life where there was times when I was on my patio with 3 other grown-ass men and we missed the field goal after that holding call.
Well, I remember that game.
After that holding call, then we have to kick a long field goal, comes up short. I fall down onto my concrete patio off my chair and I curl up in a ball like this and was ready to cry in front of 3 other grown-ass men, my wife and dog.
I've been there.
And that was just a heartbreaking loss. I thought that was because I think that would have been the first time we had beat them. And that feeling I never want to feel again. And, to beat Florida anytime is just a great feeling just because the way they broke my heart my whole life. You can go back to the Jared Lorenzen days when we're driving down the field and he throws it over top his head and it gets intercepted. I mean, you can go back through our whole life, even games we can't remember. I'm sure there was heartbreak in the 80s.
There wasn't no heartbreak. Steve Spurrier just used to whoop our ass.
What
Those games were over by second quarter.
And I got a buddy who always who quotes Steve Spurrier. He said something about they could have tied Kentucky one year, and they're like, they asked him, they go, "What'd you think about the Kentucky team?" After he had kicked our ass, he goes, "They got a hell of a punter."
Steve Spurrier, he was the first one to really throw jabs like that.
They'd have a hell of a punter. And then there was another time where he went for 2 instead of tying us. And they're like, "What was your thoughts on going for 2?" And he was just like, "I just couldn't imagine tying Kentucky." I mean, just to remember those quotes that, from the ages of 9 to 13, and then to beat them, not till I'm in my late 30s, early 40s.
I've even heard him keep that going after he's been retired and stuff because he knows it. He knew he always took jabs and Kentucky fans get mad at him. I've heard him make it they were joking jabs, but I don't know if they were or not. But heard him take jabs at us before.
He used to always joke about Tennessee saying because Tennessee used to always go the Citrus Bowl. Like you can't spell citrus without UT.
The guy was an innovator, a guy before his time. He really was, Steve. There's always guys ahead of their time, and he had that prolific passing offense before a lot of other people did.
I wish he was around today because you know what he did when he played football? He covered.
Yeah, he did. He's a Signetti. That's for sure.
But hey, give us your take, Anthony. I know you're excited to talk about this.
Look, it's I'm super excited. I didn't read it today, but I read the headlines of where Cutter and a lot of the guys came out and they said they're 100% behind their coach, Mark Stoops, and pretty much calling fans out a little bit. But they didn't say nothing nasty or nothing from the little bit I read. But they said they're 100% behind their coach. I am too. I tell you guys, it was really a hard time for me going through all this. I told you I almost got in a fight at the game. Well, it almost happened again. Like, really, it did. I'm not even lying. So I didn't have nobody to watch the game with. My son and them was out of town. Everybody was kind of busy. So I went over to the casino. I was watching some games. They have all the games on. I'm just sitting there.
When you say casino, just real quick, so I can
Derby City.
I just want to make sure you weren't over in Indiana. I just want to know where you are.
I'm ball game,
so I can
there's a lot of people gather there and watch the games. They got the big screens and stuff. And there were some UK fans, of course. They were talking. We were just all talking. This guy just went on and said, UK football sucks. Dude, what do you want? I mean, just went on the same rant I hear from all across. And we got going at it pretty good. And, we finally just had to walk away from each other. But, I mean, it was getting pretty nasty. I got to watch there. And I got to watch them take I think, like a 2-touchdown lead before I left there. And I made my argument, and his buddy was even saying, "Yeah."
Was he a U of L fan? Or
no, he was a UK fan. They had UK shirts on, and his buddy, I was making my argument about different things. He said, "No, you're right there." Da da da. I give the football team $23 million, see how good they are. Da da da. And but all that aside.
So did you wink at him on the way out the door?
Nah,
up 14.
Always. I always to me the satisfaction is. I'm right because I made a great argument. I feel like all my arguments on it's been great. I've went over that argument a million times. I even went to call a local radio show and they cut me off. So to see it kind of justified, and to me, this has been coming for a long time. Not a long time, but it's been building up for 3 or 4 games. Like, we didn't play bad against Ole Miss. The deal where all Texas had was the punt returns. We held Auburn to a season low. Some good things were starting to happen. Against Tennessee, our offense was really good. Our defense just got hit by that long ball. Seth McGowan was out there for a couple games. You've seen Cutter Bowley getting better. I feel like you've seen the team getting better if you were being honest about it and just watching from afar. And I feel like we put it all together. But I tell you the thing that I left with, guys, that really made me feel good is I watched a lot of college football, and I honestly think we looked really good. I don't feel like they quit. I just don't feel like they quit. They might have quit later in the game when they got down pretty good, but early in the game, I think they were playing. I do. I just think that we're, as a team, our offensive line is playing good. Seth McGowan is good as a lot of running backs in the country. We got some young wide receivers. We're not relying on the guys that have been around. We got some young wide receivers that are starting to make a name for themselves.
And Cutter Bowley has been putting the ball in spots where a lot of quarterbacks in the past at Kentucky, or even in the country today, don't put it there. I mean, outside the stripes, along the sideline, he makes some tough throws.
He's going to be expensive.
He loves that out.
He does, man.
I saw him make every out pass.
I was going to say, what do you think his
half.
percentage is? I mean, it's crazy.
His percentage on out passes is 90%. I'm telling you, dude, the dude is on the money on out pass. I don't care if it's a 5-yard out, 10-yard out, 20-yard out, or a flag route. He hit every single one.
He's got a good arm. He's got a good arm, dude. He can sling the ball. Do I want to give credit to Bo Allen? They said Bo Allen really helped him. And hey, Bo Allen got in the game, which was awesome. They didn't put Cows out of the game. That was a message to Stoops right there, which I thought was awesome. Bo Allen dreamed of playing here. Was just a little small, went on to a Division II school, had a pretty good career, but came back for a senior year. And a lot of that was that they wanted him to help Cutter kind of develop. People can say they want. Stoops is all about developing players. He talks about it all the time. Players. I even heard a couple players saying today, they really developed in that system. And they brought Bo Allen in to help Cutter develop. Of course, a lot of people's heard with the Tim Couch deal that Tim has kind of took Cutter under his arms and kind of helping mold him. And Tim's been one that's been behind Cutter, said, hey, this kid got it. But I'll say this. I've always seen the arm talent in Cutter, and I definitely seen he was going to be good. But I don't think I've ever seen, if I have, it's not been many, a quarterback progress as much as Cutter had. When he first got in the game, against South Carolina, he was I seen the arm talent, but I thought, man, he does not see the pass rush coming. Like I really thought that, and I feel like now he's seeing the pass rush coming. Now he's running. Now he's firing up his team to go from a kid that don't even see the pass rush to there. And a kid that's just really playing good.
He's playing confident.
Maybe you need to not see the pass rush as a quarterback. I've never played at that level or whatever, but maybe you need to have that focus.
You don't see it.
You feel it.
You got to feel it. If you see it, you ain't doing your job.
It's too late.
Well, I don't
you're
feel
looking in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
You can't be looking at the line. You got to be looking downfield. So it's more of a feel thing, and it probably took him a few weeks, man.
Yeah, because I don't feel like he felt it at first.
He didn't.
I would love to have that South Carolina game.
Yeah,
I would love to have that game.
I would too. I
agree.
I mean, we're two right now. South Carolina, Kentucky, we're going in two different directions.
Yeah.
And to go back and play that game again with Cutter playing confident, us figuring out some things with some other receivers.
I feel super confident playing them this week, dude.
Right.
Super confident. They suck. How did they beat the shit out of us?
The defensive touchdown. Remember, that really was the only difference. Pretty much like 3 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, Cutter had 2 picks.
Yeah, and that fumble.
And he didn't throw it that much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just you guys.
That was his look. That's the tough part. Like, do you go through the? And Stoops is in a tough spot, just like everybody else. Like, do you? Your job's on the line. Do you play a freshman quarterback, or do that's a tough call? And then you see that he don't feel the field, and everybody say, well, might just let him develop. You let him develop, you lose your job. I mean, so it's a tough spot to be in. But I'm just glad everything worked out, man, because things don't never seem to work out with us on quarterbacks.
And I'm wondering if Cutter Bowley is dictating the offense, because we're doing stuff that Bush Hamden hasn't done since he's been there.
We definitely threw the ball all over the place. Even I know you were sending some text, I guess, what was it, end of the first half, saying, oh, they need to be conservative. And they were we got the ball
just
back.
Just calm him down, dude. He was juiced up.
We got the ball. Right after you sent that text, we got the ball back with not a lot of time left in the first half. And they started throwing and slinging it around again. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, and we also got a turnover there, too, because they're like, I feel like when you get going that excited, it's easy to make a mistake then because you just start getting a little careless with the ball.
I'm glad they did, though, because we have seen in times getting a little bit of a lead. Of course, we're not used to getting a lead like that, but we've had 10-point leads, 13-point leads in the past, 14-point leads, and then we just sit on the ball. And we've seen that not work in our favor. So I am kind of glad that they kept at least stretching the field a little bit and laid it on Florida, dude. Laid it on them. I want to pull up the scores for the games that we beat Florida because I don't think we've had anything even close to that. It was just an ass whooping and couldn't have been any better of a Saturday.
Yeah,
it really couldn't have. And now we have a 10-0 Tennessee Techh team coming to Lexington, which in what should be a cakewalk game, in what should be a cupcake game. I don't know if it is. They're 10-0 and they put up some points. Anthony's done some research. He says they ain't played nobody. I'm not really worried, but man, why are we playing a 10-0 team?
I agree with that,
in
Charlotte.
the fucking 11th week of the season.
I agree. I'm not,
and they're not in the SEC.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I mean, I get it. We play an undefeated SEC team in week 11. How are we playing a 10-0 FCS team or whatever they are?
And then playing Louisville and Toledo as our non-conference. Like, come on, guys, we got to fix that.
Yeah.
Find the softest cupcake you can find.
Go ask Indiana. Just go get with Indiana and tell them their formula.
The softest cupcake. You need at least 2 of them. If you want to keep Louisville, fine. I'm good with it. Whatever. The other 2 have got to be the fluffiest cupcakes that you can find, dude. We cannot be playing a 10-0 team.
No.
Hey, in 2023, we beat Florida 33-14.
All right, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I don't remember that.
Me neither. We must have turned that game off.
What year was that?
2023.
2023.
We beat them 26-16 in 2022.
Dude.
In 2021, we beat them 20-13.
We have never beat Florida in my lifetime, and now Stoops has beat him 5 times. He ended the Tennessee streak. Not only did he end the Florida streak, we beat him 5 times. He's 5-5 against our biggest rival, Louisville. We ruin their season every time, and everybody wants Stoops out. I just don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I'm not getting into it because we need to jump on to
we're due.
basketball.
I
I'm
agree.
not getting into it, but come on, guys.
Hold on, real
Come on.
quick.
If you're listening to the right side of Kentucky sports right now, I hope you're a diehard Kentucky fan, not just a basketball fan, a Kentucky fan. Stick with your team, dude. Stick with your team.
So let's see. In 2018 was the first year we beat them, I guess. And that was 27-16.
So we've had a handful of double-digit wins,
Yeah.
about 3.
That game was close. I think was that the game with the late pick 6? I think they were driving on us.
Okay, I think
You
I
know?
remember.
Let's see. I wonder if we can.
We've had, man, I forgot about those scores.
Yeah,
'cause
2018 was our 10-3 year. So that was Terry Wilson, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Man, I think we can get Seth McGowan for one more year and Cutter Bowley. And I just hope that, with what we got, that they're able to put some money behind the team and surround him with some good stuff. If you ain't going to do it for Cutter, you ain't going to do it for nobody else. I'm going to tell you that because this is the best one we've had in a while. Even if you don't like UK football and you're the UK NIL, then this is the time to do it because we got us one and we can't. I don't think we'll lose him to nobody because I do think we'll pay him. But how much does he cost us? Does he play for us for a discount? And how much money do we decide to give the football team versus the basketball team? So we'll see.
I will say this, in one of the TikTok lives that I did the last couple of days, I went back and was looking through some of the comments because it's hard to keep track of all the comments while I'm talking. So I went back and was looking at some of the comments. And at some point, I had mentioned the NIL budget and how we're spreading that money around at Kentucky. And I didn't see this when it was actually said in the chat. But when I look back, there was a guy that said that Kentucky is actually in the top 25 in NIL spending in football. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but if that's right, we ain't too far behind if we're in the top 25.
But remember, two things, and I'm not saying he's right or wrong, okay? But I'm going to say this, that there's two ways to look at it. I've seen Kentucky be in the top 25 and 30 in recruiting
and we're still
be
16th in that.
And that's what I always say, like, we're spending good compared to the rest of the country. We're just not spending SEC money because we get a good chunk of money from that. But and remember this, and I've learned this by studying the NIL. They can word a lot of things however they want it because there's two parts of the NIL. There's the revenue sharing and there's the collective. And some, like, if they want to, like, sell in say they're arguing for Oklahoma, how much they're spending. Well, they might say this number. Well, that might be the collective. Like, here's the top 10 NIL spenders. And when you really read into it, that's what the collectives are spending, or this is what. But the thing to me, just from using a little logic that's killing them, I do think it'll change. I think there had to be a reason behind it. But the revenue sharing part, because, almost everybody, it sounds like it's doing like a 75, 15, 10, like 75 football, 15 basketball. I thought it was 25 basketball. It's not like 15 basketball, 10 other. And that's based off the 22 million revenue sharing you can max out on that end. And Kentucky, I think, is doing something like close to like 50-50 compared to football and basketball. So that's a big difference compared to whatever, I've said it before, like, it's one thing. People say revenue sharing help. It don't help if everybody is getting that $22 million pot, but you're only getting 50% of it when everybody else is getting 75% of it. That actually puts you at a disadvantage going into just the collective money at that point. But whatever it is, look, I don't care. And I think you made a good point, Charlie. We could sit here and argue about it all day, and we've done that argument. But I still think it goes back to that people don't know what he's up against. And people don't like defensive coach like football. They don't like that style of football.
He was an offensive coach this Saturday.
That's right.
That's
right.
He did look like
he was both. He was both.
I will say,
was he even coaching Saturday? Because that was a totally different Kentucky team I've ever seen.
I will say this though, I was very critical of Butch. Okay, I guess because I believed in coach, But when things are working, when your offensive line, I believe the game of football is won at the line of scrimmage. And when your offensive line's working, things look so much easier. It's easy to say, he's calling those plays. Those plays might not have been possible when the offensive line was struggling. But I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's easy as what we make it out to be sometimes. Because I was critical of him too.
Let me say one thing, and we can transition to basketball. But I think what Kentucky's going to have to do, I think we're always going to be what we are with the NIL. All right.
What do you mean? And I'm just asking, what do you mean?
Just
by
like
that?
what we spend. Okay, like
You don't think they'll ever like take some of that $23 million and give that like
I think
and like make it closer?
and that's what I'm getting to. There may be years where we do. We're like, hey, we want this player. Basketball seems okay. Can we pull some money from that? Maybe I don't know how all that works.
Okay.
But we can't. There's going to be years where like we have the perfect scenario where we don't miss on players, and I think that's what hurt us this year.
But we hit on a bunch of players
We
too.
did,
That they
we
want.
did.
I know you're
We
going to
did.
name
Yeah, but you
Calzada,
got-
but we hit on some
Yeah,
guys.
but you got to hit on the main ones.
Right, but
And
Yeah,
a
but we hit on
quarterback
some
is a
main.
Right,
we
we did.
hit on some main guys. Gusta and McGowan were
Yeah,
You
big
got to
hits.
hit on a
But I
quarterback.
think
I
there's-
agree.
That quarterback thing set us back 4 weeks
Hey,
at the beginning of the year.
Calzada might not have been that. Like, I don't think he's no Cutter Bowley. I will say that, but he might not have been that bad. They
Well, he
dropped some
set
balls
us
on him.
back 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But I think there's going to be years where it all comes together.
Yeah,
You know, like our 10-3 season.
Like a Vandy.
You know,
Like
we're going to
a
have our
Vandy
years,
this
but
year.
we're going to take our lumps, you know, a lot, you know, more than we want. But we have to be patient for when it all comes together because we have to
I
understand we are what we are. We're not going to get the money always that we want. But I think there's going to be times once every 4 or 5 years. You know, maybe it's more frequent, maybe it's less frequent. But I think we have to understand what we are with that. And hopefully it comes together. There's going to be years where, hey, we nailed it this year. We got all the players at the right positions. We played the right amount of money. And I think that's what we're going to be.
I think it's what everybody around the country's fight. Besides the ones with the deepest pockets, I will say this: I like what you said. I
But
really do.
We just can't afford to miss like other teams. Like, you know, Alabama can sign 6 receivers for X amount of dollars. Well, we're only signing 2.
Alabama and Georgia both are like they're like number 12 and 13 in NIL spending. That's 2 teams that's really doing good with the budgets they have. But I just think I was reading a thing today. Pretty much the top 10 NIL spending, almost all of them are winning. Besides Auburn's like 9 or 10. They're not winning, of course.
But I bet too, those programs like that, like
Texas A&M, Ohio State, Notre Dame,
Alabama and Georgia, they got people with the $100 handshakes. Come down here, we'll give you this.
Well, it's all on the books now. But I do think,
Not all of it,
hey,
not
go
all
back
of
to
it.
what Charlie
I think
says.
they're cheating more.
But they're in this.
I think they're cheating more.
But I do think you get a little bit of a discount if you're a good offensive coach or you're a good defensive coach, like Cal did when he was at UK. He got guys in the NBA, so he had that team for $4 million because he got the Cal discount of getting players in the NBA. That's just a decision the players got to make. I do think when you're a better coach, you get a little bit of a discount. Depends if a player's all about money or not. And I think it varies. The only thing I struggle with, and I agree with what you said, I really did. I know we've disagreed on a lot of it, but I could see that angle. I think that angle is for a lot of teams. But it did change my perspective when I found out we spent $23 million on a basketball team. The money's there. Like I believe that. That's what a lot of big teams are spending on football to be good. So the money's there. Like we don't want to make a shot at football. Like,
well, let's just do that to transition to basketball because I gotta take on the money too on the basketball.
Well, why not put it together and just split it? Like there you go. But
Right.
like I've heard rumors football got about 11 million. We don't know if the numbers are exact. That's what I did. Basketball got 23 million. Let's do them together. 34 million, split it in half, 17 million apiece. That puts us at the very top of a basketball budget, and that gives our football, I don't put us at the top, but it gives them 17 million is a hell of a lot more than 11 million, and it gives them a fighting chance. That's what I would like to see happen. And most programs, almost all, are spending a lot more on football, and that would put us at 50-50, and I would be happy with that. But I had no idea we had that much money. I'll be honest with you.
Who's going to win, Kentucky or Tennessee Tech?
Oh, Kentucky.
Yeah. You don't give them no chance? 10-0?
No, I think
we're ruining their season?
3 weeks ago, hey, I may be that guy that Anthony thinks I am. Or maybe knows I am.
I was worried about them, and I looked up who they played.
Yeah.
The Cats are winning.
I think our defense is going to be too tough for them. I mean, we're a bigger, better program.
They're not playing the Cumberlands this week.
Right.
That's who they played.
Right.
We're beating Tennessee Tech, and guess what? I'm cashing my over 4.5, baby. Let's go. I knew that was an easy bet.
Man.
I told y'all before the year over 4.5 was an easy bet. I ain't even sweated it. I ain't sweated it all year. Yeah, right. No, I'm feeling good about that. Yeah. All right, on to basketball. Guys, tomorrow it is Kentucky against Louisville. The earliest I think this game has ever been played. Maybe there was another year, but I can't remember it ever being played even close to this early. Pretty weird when we've played 10 football games, 9 football games, and we still haven't played Louisville, and we're about to play them in basketball. Don't like it. Don't like the timing part of it, but I am ready for Kentucky against Louisville. We're less than 24 hours. I'm ready for it.
22
Louisville's
hours.
been talking mad shit. Their fans are talking shit. What happened? Was it a safety?
Stupidest play I've ever seen. One of the stupidest plays I've ever seen Philly guy do. I don't know, like, what are you doing, dude? Like, it was Green bounce on one. He tried to, like, quick grab it with two guys.
Did they
in front
get a
of him.
safety or did they score a touch? Did Green Bay end up at the
The
ball?
refs
No,
don't
they're
even
trying
know.
to get a safety. I think he's on the one.
Yeah.
But it's
I don't
stupidest
think
play
that-
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He was already in, though. Isn't that a
Yeah,
touchback?
yeah, that's
or-
a touchback.
But
It's-
watch what Philly did. Oh, I didn't see that part, but watch what this Philly guy did.
I don't know the rule on that, though. He wasn't on the line, but he had been on the line.
Watch this Philly
so
guy. He said, I'm going to pick it up right here and run it.
They didn't even show it.
Oh, it was horrible.
Yeah, Louisville fans are back on their shit talking. I've been hearing a lot of it, and I am ready to whoop that ass. I love our team right now. Usually at this point, a couple games in the season, I'm texting Josh and saying, this dude drives me nuts, or this guy can't stand this. There's always, look, I love Kentucky, but there always seems to be one guy that I just cannot stand because he just frustrates me or whatever the case may be. I don't see that guy on this team.
That's because we don't have a big enough sample size. We played 2 games.
But usually I'm doing it by the second half of the first game.
That is true. He's like me with basketball. I can't stand this guy.
I am. But I don't see any guys that kind of fill that spot for me.
No.
Maybe the Cam
Williams.
Yeah. Maybe him. He hasn't been able to knock down any shots. But yeah, I just like what I'm seeing out of this team. And I think we have big time potential this year.
Yeah, I thought Lowe, when he came back the other night, it really opened up the offense.
Big
Seemed
time.
like
He only had 6 points.
Yeah,
and
we looked 60 points better.
dude,
you know.
I know. What did we score in the first game? 70?
Mm-hmm.
And then we scored 107 or
Yeah,
something
we
like
scored.
that.
We had like 58 at halftime. Or
He
something.
definitely controlled the offense.
Guys, this should be a fun year. We're the Ohio State of college basketball. I mean, when you got a $23 million roster, we're going to, we should win. We should win and win at a high level. We got a lot of really good players, and I think we'll beat Louisville's ass. There's no way with that kind of roster, dude, you don't win good. I believe that. Pope's a good coach. I have a hard time.
Every time we lose or even come close to losing this year, everybody's just going to say $22 million.
They did that to Ohio State last year.
And then what happens if we make it to like the Elite Eight or the Final Four and we lose?
I think it's a failure.
No, it's not,
I do.
dude. No. So it's championship or bust.
No, I say Final Four. You're okay.
You make it to the Elite
I think
Eight.
you got to make it to Final
You
Four
make
with
it
that
to
kind
the
of
Elite
roster.
Eight.
Yes.
This is a disappointment.
With the $23 million roster, I do.
It depends on who we lose to. I mean, if we're a 1 seed, lose to the 2, or 2 lose to 1.
That's a really nice team.
If we lose
right?
9 games this year, I'd be more pissed off about that with a $22 million roster than getting beat in the Elite Eight or something like that.
I will say this. I think Final Four, I'm okay with that. You don't got to win it.
Final Four's hard as shit.
Sure, I'm with you, but they got a squad.
You talked about Rutgers spent all that money in college basketball last year. I don't even think they made the tournament.
Yeah, but they spent that money bad.
Oh, they spent it on 2 dudes.
Yeah, and they were
I'm
like
just saying.
freshmen. Like,
Dude, there's some good freshmen this year. It's a great class.
and some of them
Start getting your
teams,
cards ready. Start looking for them, man.
some of them teams are overpaying big time for players, and that's the teams that aren't so good.
Tell you who didn't overpay? BYU. Because
Yeah, he
that
was
kid
good.
is a beast.
He is.
Did you
He is.
see
They got
him?
a couple dudes that are good.
Dude, the other big guy that they got is really good too.
Yeah.
And then the white boy with the headband,
Yeah.
he's good. But both of the big guys, including the $10 million freshman or whatever, dude, they're both good.
Hey, did I send you the video of the freshman from Virginia Tech?
No.
The 6'9" European point guard? 6'9", plays point guard. The other day, 33, 6 and 6.
Who's he play for?
Virginia Tech.
Huh.
Dude is legit. He plays like Luka. He's 6'9". I'll send y'all the video. Dude is legit. He was going to go to the draft, but then didn't. Went back, played another year in the pro league over in Greece. But dude came back, dude smooth, man. 6'9" point guard in college.
So what y'all think about fake ass Birdman pretty much saying fuck?
He wasn't pretty
you
much. It
I
was.
like
He
it.
said
Bring it
so.
on. Bring
He
it.
said
I
fuck
like
him.
it. Bring it. Talk.
We want the bulletin board material.
You know the players saw that, and you know they're going to.
I don't even like talking about being on the bulletin board. I just like keeping the mouth shut and giving the ass whooping, son. The best way you can give it.
Well, these days, all these kids, they see and hear everything.
What a
so
move.
you better believe they saw.
What
it.
a move.
Oh, get that.
What
block.
a move.
Oh, I thought he was getting it.
He did a hell of a
If someone
spin.
asked me, did y'all see him in his pink headband, pink shorts, out there shooting
I did.
threes? If someone asked me, what do you think about Casey Pryor and his FU bomb? Be like, never heard of her. Never heard of her.
Oh, that's great. Dude's back for one game, scores like 6 points, and then goes in the press conference and says, fuck Kentucky, and we're going to beat them. Oh, here we
Coming
go.
off the ACL
Yeah.
tear. But, I mean, Louisville does, I ain't throwing props to Louisville, but they were supposed to have that freshman, Mikael Brown, that was supposed to be the real deal for him. Man's game right there.
There we go.
Let's go.
He's been a little disappointing. The only thing that scares me in this game is Louisville shoots a lot of threes. The only way they win is if they just go stupid from three. And I'm talking 15, 18 threes. And that's what they've been. I mean, they shot. There was a game that was kind of closer than they thought it was going to be for the first half. I can't remember. It might have been Kansas. I know they lost to Kansas in that game. But there was another game where they were like 3 for 24 from three in the first half.
Holy shit.
They were chucking up threes. If they hit threes, it could be a ball game. But if they're not shooting and our defense and our length bothers them, it's Kentucky all day.
Josh, I know you weren't here last week, but I started a new little thing for us.
Uh-oh.
Did you not listen?
I didn't finish the second half.
We are now picking the scores to every Kentucky game, which we didn't do for the football game, so we're going to have to go back and do that.
Okay.
And the first person to nail it on the head, the other two owe them steak dinner.
Okay.
So if anybody ever nails the score right on the head, other two's got to buy them steak dinner. So before we do
I think I nailed the points. I think I might have.
No,
I have to go
you
back. I
didn't.
think I might have to go back and look. Go back and look. Not the score.
last
but
week?
I thought maybe I'm wrong. Joe.
All right,
Maybe
now I'm
wrong.
going to have to look
Go.
it up.
Wasn't it like 26?
No, you didn't pick us to kick their ass that bad.
Okay, I thought I did.
We beat them like, what was the final score of the
It
Florida
was
game?
like 38-7.
Ain't no way you said that.
No, basketball.
basketball.
Yeah, I didn't pick the score, but I picked
We did pick the basketball
Yeah,
score,
and I
didn't
think
we?
I picked the differential. It was
All
a
right,
26. I might be wrong.
we'll
I
have
could
to double
easily be
check.
wrong.
We'll have to double check that.
All right, let's go.
So before we do the basketball, real quick, Tennessee Tech football, Anthony, score.
We're gonna win by 25.
What's the score? You need to nail the score if you want your steak.
No, I'm gonna say this. We're gonna win 32-0.
32 to nothing.
I don't even know how you get to 32, but we're
Dude,
gonna find 32.
if you get that, I'll even get you like some shrimp to go with your
32
steak.
to
If you get
nothing.
32 to nothing.
We're gonna get us a safety, 2 safeties, with 4
Two
touchdowns and 2
safeties.
safeties.
2 safeties, 4 touchdowns, 2 safeties.
Mark's threw some run score up on people. He
That's
did
wild.
Florida, but he normally don't run score.
Look, the offense is clicking. Give me Kentucky. We're going to put up points here. Kentucky 44, Tennessee Tech 13.
That's not a bad score, Charlie. It's not a
I'm
bad
going
score.
41-10.
41-10. All right, Kentucky against Louisville. I'll go first on this one. You know I'm picking the Cats. There's no way I'm picking them dirty cards. No way in hell. Cats win. I do think this is going to be a little bit of a lower scoring game. I'm going to say Cats 74, Cardinals 69, because you know they love 69s. Anything sex over there at U of L, though. That's my score. What did I say? 74-69?
Papa Sosa don't pay for no booty. Yeah, remember when he said that? He got on there and Sosa's dad said, "Oh, Papa Sosa don't pay for that." He ended up being one of the ones it was.
Hey, I'm going to do this score for the kids. Kentucky, 76. Louisville,
6-7. I like it.
God.
76-67.
God,
I will
why
never.
did I do that? Why did I do that?
Hey, I will never forget that score. You know what that score is?
What's that?
You don't know what 76-67 is? You don't know what 76-67 is? Final score of the 1996 national championship against Syracuse,
Okay.
76-67.
We
baby.
played Utah.
Let's
and,
go. I like
We
it.
played Utah. What in the Final Four that year? Van Horn was that year?
That was either that
No,
96 or that was 98?
Van Horn and Stanford. They both of them. Utah
No,
and
it was
Stanford.
Mississippi State.
Tubby beat.
Rick Majerus. I know one year was Utah.
one
In
year-
96?
Stanford. Utah and Stanford both ring a bell.
Patino beat.
I think you're right. One of them was Stanford.
And one
I
year
don't
was
know, but
Syracuse.
I know we
One year
beat
was Syracuse. too.
Syracuse was the
Final
championship
Four.
Yeah,
game.
Syracuse.
That's who we beat 76-67.
Y'all know
was
what I
Syracuse.
think of when I see this?
What?
I think a major league, son.
Oh,
When he,
yeah.
Ball, the Chinese guy in Toronto, he said balls. He said you got balls.
Hey,
Joe Boo.
speaking of major,
What's your basketball? Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, he needs
you
his
didn't get
Basketball score. I'll say we're going to win big. Let's go 86-70.
16-point ass whooping for the Cards.
Yeah.
I like it. Speaking of Major League, there is on Netflix a Charlie Sheen documentary. I'm about halfway through it. It's just one. It's like an hour and a half. It's not like a bunch of episodes. Hour and a half. I'm about halfway through. I do recommend watching it.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure the second half, the end of it's going to get a lot better, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard some.
Is it about Major League?
No, it's about his life.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty fucking awesome. So check that out if you haven't seen it. Guys, y'all got anything else? 2 wins for the Cats coming up. I guess we probably play like Friday or Saturday too, don't
Yeah, we play Friday night.
Did you
Who
hear
we
they're
play
going to
Friday
make
night?
I
a
don't know.
You don't know who we
No.
play?
Mm-mm.
All right, so
on a quick note, did y'all hear they're going to make a documentary on the LSU throw against Kentucky?
They've already have they already done it? I thought they already-
okay,
has it
maybe you're
already
right.
aired?
I just heard that.
I thought I was at a bar.
don't-
I thought I was at a bar last week and it was on.
yeah.
So I have to look it up and see if that played.
That was the craziest
It was on
catch
the.
ever.
It was
I
on,
was
it was on
at
the
that
catch.
game.
It was on the catch and the
Because
basketball.
think about
game.
it is, all you
It
had
was like a double dip.
on our
It-
comeback.
It's on our comeback and then their comeback.
Oh,
It's like
okay, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
that is.
Yeah.
I was at that fucking football game.
I was.
dude.
I'll never forget- that's
Dude.
when
I had like one leg over. I was about to get on the
He
field.
couldn't throw it that far, as strong as he was. They catch it and tackling. And I'll give it to Kentucky. They played it perfect, but it skipped through 3 guys
Yeah.
out the
You know-
back
you know
end,
who-
dude.
Devery Henderson.
Devery Henderson
dude.
played at the Saints.
Devery
Yeah,
Henderson.
the most unlikely football play I've ever seen to finish a game. I mean, they played it perfect. It literally skipped through there and hit the guy running out the back. I mean, like, that's so Kentucky.
Yeah, my dad called me, or my dad comes home. He's like, "What do you think of that win?" I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, shit.
And he goes, Kentucky beat LSU. I said, "We lost." He goes,
God.
"We had already stormed the field." I said, "It didn't matter. They still play football."
I was almost on that.
Yeah,
fucking
there was
field,
people. He's like,
dude.
"But we had." I left where he was watching. He goes, "I left. Kentucky was already on the field storming it." I was like, "Oh yeah, they came back and beat us."
You just watched the storming and thought it was over.
Yeah,
You didn't understand that some shit had just happened.
Right, he was gone.
Yeah, I was this close to jumping over that ball and being on that field.
That was way more than a Hail Mary. Hail Marys, like, you can get those. That was like skip through
It
Hail
did
Mary.
get tipped like
Oh,
two
and
times.
went through the back end of it. Like,
Yeah.
it skipped all the way through the back end of it, and the guy come running out the back because they could have easily made the tackle there. They had plenty of guys there. They would have made the tackle.
All right, well, we will be back next week after a win against Louisville. We'll be just as hyped next week as we are this week. I can't wait for tomorrow night.
Yep.
Louisville fans, be ready to eat your crow because I've been hearing y'all shit, and the boys are going to put an end to it tomorrow.
Go catch y'all.
Yeah,
Go blitz the bookie.
hey, appreciate y'all listening, especially if you're still listening after the whole episode. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget, check us out on all the social media platforms. Share us with a friend. We'll catch y'all next week on the right side of Kentucky Sports. Blitz the bookie.
See y'all.
Charlie got the mic, he's dropping facts all day. Anthony's like, nah, I got the better parlay. Argue about the spread, it's a fierce debate. But when it comes to Wildcats, they align their fate. Blitz the bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. Late nights, hustle deals on the line. Charlie's Cassie's gonna make you shine. Anthony's heart where the numbers combine. Put your cash down, ride the incline. Blitz the bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. From the tip off to the final play, they grind. Mike's on fire, bets on their minds. Arguing odds to the last rewind. Blue and white, it's a bond you'll find. The bookies where the knowledge reigns. Charlie and Anthony bring the heat like flames. Talking parlays, breaking down the games. Kentucky Wildcats, they beat the same drums. line. Mics on fire, bets on their minds. Arguing us till the last rewind. Blue and white, it's a bond you'll find.